In this tutorial, we're gonna demonstrate what's meant by encapsulations in general in object-oriented, and of course we're gonna do some coding in Java. Encapsulations in object-oriented, it means you're hiding the data or the attributes from the outside world by making them as private members. Let's start of creating a class, and let's talk class, we call it, let's talk person for instance, and we'll take very simple one. This is a class, person, and assume person is got the attributes has full name, so of course say name or full name is up to you what you want to call it. Of course name is type string, capital S, string, name, then say int age. We'll make it as simple as possible, and of course string, say contact number or phone number, and number. We'll just take these three just to demonstrate what is meant by encapsulations. Encapsulations, of course, it means you're making these attributes or data private. Here it is, so private. It means they cannot be accessed from the outside world. So I put a private, and it means private here as well. This private here, of course, it's is only accessible by the inside of or inside the class. There's one else, something we're gonna call it static, something we talked about before. Static, for instance, int, say number of objects. And of course, because static, put it 0, initialize to 0, and we're going to make it as a private member. There it is, private. What that means, a static, it means it cannot be used in the argument of the constructor. Is always is the class name dot the static member, and because this is private, you cannot access them from the outside world. And here, of course, you can put public if you want. And here, person as the constructor, you put the default. Here it is. And because this is static, and we say number of objects, of course, I'm gonna say number of objects plus plus. It means I'm increasing the number of objects every time I'm creating one. And of course the second one, public, if you want, with that person. You can use it without public, by the way, it still works. So that wouldn't be any problems. It means I can take that off, and it still works. Because Java by default is taking it as public. However, I'll come back to this in here. Of course, so these three are the argument. If you have anything static, like this one in here, static, don't include it here. Don't include it here, right? Keep that in mind. So all you need these ones, but not the static one. So the first one is string. I can say n, and int, for instance, a for age, and of course string. It depends on the data. You see string and string, string and what's contact number. See, I'm gonna make a cn. There it is. And of course, now all you do, as usual for the constructor, the first one, name equal n, age equal a, and of course contact number equal CN. Here we go. And contact number. Is that a wrong spelling here? Contact number. It's because the C here. I put the C here. That's sorted. Hopefully, contact as contact number. So what you do is better. This one. Do this. And do that. Right, and that is sorted. And of course, because of the static here, all I'm gonna do is just the same as this one's number of objects plus. Here we go. Remember, these are the constructors here. Because these are private, 1, 2, 3, and 4, they're private. Each one of them, you're gonna have a set and get methods for them. Then we'll take the first one. The first one, set. So when you do set, it's public. For the set, always use void. Void set name. And it is just the function name or the method name. And of course, it's going to take the parameter inside is of the same type as this one. It's similar to this one. So you say string. Here it is. That's how we do a string. And say, for instance, name. Remember, if I put the same as this one, all I can do, I can say name, or I say this, name equal name. This is the set. And then need something is called get for the same variable. For the get is public. It's not void, is this type of the same, this string, because this is string. If I want to get the age, I have to put int. So you put string, there it is, and say get name. Empty, don't put anything here. And all you do, return name. That's it, done. I'm going to do the same things for the other one. I'm going to do it for age. Age is of type integer, so all you can do, say public. For the set, remember, is void set age, and you need the same type int. Say a if you want to, or put age if you want to. But if you put the same, you have to use the word this, age equal age. And this is the get. The set, so I have to apologize. For the get public, the data type of variable you want to go to get int get age. And it is, of course, nothing here. All you say return age.
You have received a new WhatsApp message.
Yes, as always, do apologize for the phone. It's noisy, but I'll put it on silent. Then we've got third one we have. If you look in here, we've got the contact number. For the contact number, I will say public void set contact number. That is, and of course, contact number is a string, so I can say string. Put C if you want, or CN, it's up to you. Anything you put, anything, I'll fit that. So you say contact number equal C. And it is. What does it say is here? The word contact number doesn't like it. Let me see. Because this is capital C, it should be small, but it's small. And of course, this is small as well. That was sorted. Right, here it is. This is the set. So it use void. And the get is public. the contact number is string, as we put it, string get contact number. It is nothing here, and of course just return the attribute name, contact number. Here it is. This is done. On the last one here, number of object. This is a static. Remember, if you have a static variable, you never use set, only get. Only get. So if I want to do that, I have to use only get. And get you have to use type public static. Remember, look in here, static int. You see that? Static int get object number. There it is. And all you say, return. This is variable here. Number of object. Number of objects. Here it is. That's all you need to do. This is encapsulations. Because this is a private, we cannot call these attributes direct. We have to use method to do that for us. That's how you create the class with encapsulations or encapsulated class. These are private, and because they are private, for each one use set and get. For set, remember, public void. Use void for set, and then put the name of it, because it says set name, so it'll be easier, you know, for that one. And then is a void inside the bracket, the variable type, which is string here, and the name. You can put n, you can put name, but if you use the same name, you have to use this. And the second you want to do is the get. The get, of course, you say public, as I say here, look at public, and then the data type, can you see the data type is string. So it's public string get name. And this is empty. And all you do, return that. Return that. That's how you do this. I hope this, I'm going to just here so you can see it all. Alright, can you see it? Recap again for each one because it's private. Private, for instance, and age here. Look at it. Set and get. When I do set, my function or my method is void. Here it is. Public void. Remember this. This is void here. Right? Set age. Inside the bracket here, because I'm sending data, is the data here, which is end. And you put, if you put a, you're gonna say age equal a. But I'm using the same name, so I have to use this. The second method you need to use for it is the get. The get is use public, then the data type, here it is, int, get age, nothing in the bracket, only say return age. That's conclude the class. The second video, I'm gonna do how to write a test class to test this one, and how do we communicate with the class from outside the class itself, because inside the class you can communicate with the object and with the attributes. We're going to do it from outside the class to demonstrate the encapsulations. So second part, we're going to do the test class.